cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
And we are live here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 90 AM 1170. Boy, I knew that was going to happen, Jay.
Yeah, it's all right.
I forgot.
This is Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
If you're running a business, how much
I
should you
am running a
invest
business.
in retaining your employees? First
Mr.
Midwest Bank
Mr.
has
Stage?
ideas. In today's tight
Mr.
labor
Stage, you have
market,
such a lovely
keeping your
voice.
employees is more important than
What do you
ever.
think is going on here?
First Midwest Banker can help
board
you
is,
determine
going a little
what type
crazy.
of 401k
Just shut down.
plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just
Mayday,
bankers,
mayday.
but expert
Yeah.
financial advisors.
What do you know?
Talk to one
If
today,
anyone's listening.
or visit
No.
wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com.
It's just playing commercials now.
With the lead sportsbook.
We're still on, though.
Yeah, we're on the
You are
air.
an active Rhythm City
Yeah.
Casino Resort Club member.
You can't get it to pull back up. Hey, there
Go
it
to
is.
elitesportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting.
I feel like this is about how my day is going.
Visit
Yeah,
Rhythm City
will you
to
just
join
tell me when
today.
we get it straight. This is good.
Bet with Elite Sport.
Hey, hello?
Um,
Someone's calling.
yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you're on the air with ESPN 93.5. Who do we got?
Dude, it's Anderson.
What's
Hey,
up,
what's up,
dude? By the way, you're on AM
That was-
1170. I messed up. I keep saying it. It's a bad
That
day.
was so cool.
What's that? That the board went crazy?
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right. I don't know if you're trying to make me feel better or not. Yeah, I guess I'm back up. I'm back in, I guess. Anyway. All right, Anderson. What?
I'm heading out to Oscars right now.
All right.
Hey, support local business, Oscars.
Thanks,
you know,
Anderson.
Come on, people.
What else is going on?
Well, dude, that game last night.
Talk to
That
me.
might have been one of the most boring games I've ever watched in my life. But I'll tell you that Bears defense is stout.
Oh.
I mean, they get it done.
Yeah, they
Well,
still lost.
What's Biscuit gonna do?
26 for 45 with 228 yards. He got hit 11 times, sacked 5 times, but Aaron Rodgers was sacked 5 times too. Aaron Rodgers didn't look great in that offense.
Yeah, but I know, but it just seems like you can never count Aaron Rodgers out. That you just can't do it. He found the key receiver at the key moment and just relied on his defense. But I don't think either one of those teams can go through the season continuing to play like that and expect to win that division.
Well, I agree. I mean, I think a lot of it was, the Bears defense gave Rodgers fits. He didn't play the entire preseason. Neither did Biscuit. That had a lot to do with what we saw for Borefest 100.
Well, that's what
I mean, the Bears defense is good. Packer fans out there have to feel that their defense looks pretty good. I think it's a little combination of their defense has improved and Biscuit looked like crap. I mean, he did. He looked like total crap. He was scrambling up the middle. He wasn't throwing the ball. I mean, some of the sacks that he took were just on his own behalf. I mean, his line was doing a good enough job. He was just holding the ball too long. You have to play these guys in the preseason to get some of this rust knocked off. That's what I was calling about. That's what I was going to say. I don't think this game's indicative of what these two teams can be at all. I still believe that both these teams are playoff caliber teams.
Sure.
But that being said, if you don't see strides from Biscuit now, like soon, I don't know. That just wasn't good. And Rodgers is Rodgers. Either he'll be fine.
What do you want to take from this? I mean, what can you take from this? All right, yes, they should play more in the preseason. Okay, Rodgers didn't take a snap in the preseason. I know he is, but LaFleur struggled as a coach. By the way, I've never seen anybody burn a challenge that early in the third quarter. Over
What is he doing?
So, that was not a good thing. What the Packers defense did, they kind of put a radar on Trubisky. He limited him to 11 yards. I think he averaged 23 last year. So he's a scrambling quarterback. He likes to get guys open. So they took that away from him. The highlight that you can say is that David Montgomery, he led, although he didn't get the start, he led the Bears in touches. So that's a good thing, and you got that going forward. But 6 carries for 18 yards isn't that good. So fantasy people out there, go out there and buy low, and especially if he does the same thing against the Broncos, go out there and buy low. And you've got nothing from Tariq Cohen except for now you've got a slot receiver.
Well, I don't think they didn't utilize Montgomery enough. I mean, what little you saw of Montgomery, he did well.
They rushed the ball 15 times.
I know.
Aaron Rodgers had the longest running play of that game, 10 yards.
He did.
That's scary too. But I was gonna. What do you guys? And then I'm gonna let you go. What do you guys think about that feedback from Green Bay saying we knew he made Trubisky have to play quarterback?
Yeah, they said they were gonna make Trubisky play quarterback, and that was gonna be their key to winning. That's mean. I mean, it's funny. You can say it afterwards. Yeah,
right.
It's one thing. It's one thing to say it before and say, "Well, our game plan is to make him play quarterback," and see what he can do from there. But yeah, you can say it afterwards, and so.
All right, fellas.
All right, Anderson.
Keep doing great things, and enjoy listening to you, whether it's AM or FM.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Work.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Bye.
Well, yeah, we'll jump right out of the gate. I mean, obviously, we had a Thursday night football game. Football's back. The Green Bay Packers beat the Chicago Bears 10-3 at Soldier Field. Oh, sorry, I kept that on.
I thought it was
so.
The Russians.
I mean, we said that the under would be there, and we'll talk more about that. We'll come into it, but we've got a guest in studio. We got to talk to Adam here.
Hey,
guys.
And he brought treats.
I did.
What is this tasty treat from our friends at Front Street Brewery?
Adam? Well, it's been a little while since we've done a Firkin. We're gonna just start doing them the first Friday of every month now. So this one is our new rotating IPA, the Lelota. It's a double dry hop hazy IPA, all New Zealand hops. So it's already got a lot of tropical fruit flavors, and then we aged it over pineapple and fresh mango.
This thing is delicious. Hey, so I was down there at the farmer's market over the weekend, and I saw the comeback Witty, or Witty comeback. You calling it the Witty comeback?
Witty comeback.
Okay. Yep. Is that just because of the flood?
Yeah, that kind of came out of the flood. We did that one in collaboration with Great River. Part of the proceeds of that beer going back to them. Brought some in a while back, but we can get some more in here. Yeah, that's really good Belgian wit beer.
Dude, I've been down. I was down in it, man.
Yeah. I've been there.
Had to get back on the bicycle and ride back. Right back to Bettendorf.
Good late summer beer, man. It's a refresher for sure.
So the Frickin' Friday is going to be the first Friday of every month.
Yep.
All right, that is good
keep
though.
Them going then.
We got to come up with something better than that is good. I'm getting a lot of pushback that every time we have something we say, "Ooh, that is good." We got to come back. I mean, it's tasty or that's easy on the palate.
Refreshing.
I like the cut of that drink's jib.
Very refreshing. How are things going with the restaurant?
Good. It's looking like early October. Doors should be back open. Work's coming along. Floors are going in this week, so it's
nice. Any changes that we can expect? Or are you guys trying to?
Obviously everything's going to be kind of fresh and new and updated design wise. We're changing some small layout stuff, but it's going to be the same Front Street that everybody's known over the last couple decades, just freshened up.
Where you got anything coming up that we can find you at? Any festivals?
This weekend's actually kind of a rare quiet one for this time of year, but we're hosting a really nice event next week. We're putting on a Quad City topless brewery run, so that's Jeeps, convertibles, motorcycles, all that. Yeah, I know, a little misleading, little misleading. But it's like I thought 80
I was
miles.
going to be able to see Serge's boobies.
80 miles, 6 stops, starts and ends at Front Street.
She pointed at her boobies.
And it's all for a good cause. All the proceeds are going to Children's Therapy Center of the Quad Cities. So, real good charity type.
How did the festival go last weekend?
It was good. Festival of Iowa Beers is it's a good time. That's an Iowa Brewers Guild sponsored one, so those always have a nice turnout. I've never been up to Millstream before, but it was a cool facility, and the man is there.
So, we got to talk to you about your Colts. I want to hear what you think. I know, not like that. I'm on the Colts this week. I like them getting the points against the Chargers. I really do. So, how do you feel about the Colts versus the Chargers?
I'm still feeling good. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of turmoil in Indianapolis right now. With
not as much as is in Oakland.
Not as much as there. What turmoil?
Well, I mean, just Luck stepping away and everything. I mean, everybody's all up in arms, but the fact of the matter is, we got to move on. We still got a really talented team.
You've got a strong team.
Yeah.
It's still the supporting cast is good.
And I mean, it's not like Jacoby hasn't seen any time. I mean, he's played quite a few snaps over the last 2 seasons, and
okay. Let's just say you get half of Kurt Warner out of him. All right, Kurt Warner wasn't a starter,
right?
And I'm not here to say Trent Green was Andrew Luck, but let's say you get Kurt and a half, Kurt Jace, if you will.
Right.
You've got 9. You've got 9 and 7, 10 and 6.
Yeah.
So if you can get a Kurt Jace out of Jacoby, who, like I said, Frank Wright, he thought he was a good enough quarterback to be top 20, and top 20 can get you to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, fact of the matter is too. I mean, AFC South is not the strongest of divisions out there. So
no, it is not.
If we could pull out a decent season, I mean, we're still in the mix.
You guys got a lot of faith in this Jacoby Brissett, who looked like garbage the last time I saw him play quarterback. But hey, you guys, keep smoking the left-handed cigarettes.
He was
brother.
waiting in the wings behind Tom Brady.
Yeah,
old Bill doesn't bring in any slouches.
I don't know about that.
No, that's one of those games that I have circled that I'm excited to see this weekend, and I will.
You're crazy. You excited to see them get their butt kicked?
No, because I think that I'm going to take the points. I'm telling you,
they're going to the Chargers, not San Diego, Jay.
It's week 1. Obviously, last night showed us that you cannot say that. You cannot predict.
I can say it.
I mean, I know when it comes to your Cowboys or whatever, so you can predict it and feel confident in it, but.
Hey, I feel confident. We knew.
I mean, multiple people who we have in the show, we respect their opinion, said that it was going to be Bears by a lot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. So, I mean, it's week 1. And I'm not saying...
it's because we thought the Bears offense that just played in the last playoff game was showing up, and it didn't.
Yeah, but I'm not saying sell on them or anything like that.
I'm not either.
I swear to you, I swear. Can we just... Every week, can we come up with something that is just over the top social media that we just either you're stealing it for someone or you're sharing it or whatever else, but can we stop with the Mahomes and good job Bears because you took Mahomes and or you took Trubisky before Mahomes and Watson posts? I mean, let's stop with it. It's just an overused Twitter post or Facebook post of it'll be for the week. It'll be, God, it might be for the season. Good luck with that. I'm just saying, like every week we should say, just like we have
so
like.
So now you're a Bear
overreaction.
fan again?
No, I'm saying that you didn't come up with this, and it's been going on for years.
So turn Sergi on. I can't hear him.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Sergi.
Hey guys,
hi, Sergi.
How we doing?
Good.
All right.
We'll get to the Sergi's version of the game.
Let's tell them the grass not to be green and the sky not to be blue.
There you go.
You're not gonna stop that nonsense. Idiots are gonna be idiots. Posers are gonna be posers.
People are gonna overreact.
They're gonna steal their stuff and act like they were the funniest person alive, or they came up with the biggest stat.
Deshaun Watson has as many playoff losses as Biscuit does. So
right. It'd be like me reading like an ESPN article and then coming in here and regurgitating it back to you and acting like I came up with all these stats and facts. I am so knowlegible. Listen to me.
Why does everybody think Deshaun Watson's so great and Biscuit's so bad? I mean, Watson.
Because Jay told him to.
Yeah, Watson doesn't impress me at all. One good 6-game stretch. Ooh, okay.
What's your nickname for him? Like DW or something?
Yeah. BS.
D-Dub, yeah.
D-Dub.
Yeah.
You totally came up with that.
BS.
I don't think I did.
I bet you nobody else ever called him D-Dub in his entire life, Jay.
I do feel like I didn't hear that from anybody else, but I mean, I don't think I did.
Jay Foss. It's happening.
We are going to have to take our first break of the...
I thought the first commercial was during the opening.
What?
Ooh! knew somebody was listening.
We're gonna have to take. But
It's
before
not
we
just a pretty face.
before we go to the air, we're gonna have and Adam, please stick around. We're gonna have an interview.
Please, Adam.
Yes.
Just sit there, Adam. Don't you
Don't
go nowhere.
But I'm just a little.
Don't touch it.
Hey, Jay.
Yes.
I don't like beer.
Oh, well, all
Adam
right.
didn't give you any.
Just Lisa is
You gonna be all right,
she's,
Foster?
yeah, she's an Iowa
You're
Hawkeye.
struggling.
I
Get
wanna
it
play
out.
this in.
Well, get it out, man.
I mean, listen
Plug
to
it in.
this.
Plug it in.
Play it.
Listen
For God's
to this.
sakes.
This is fantastic.
Guy's over here nervous like a Nelly. I can't even hear it. Why don't you just do like hey Mims did? Hold it up to the microphone.
Just
Yeah, thank you.
Sing the
Lord.
Super Bowl shuffle in the meantime.
Everyone, I just love watching Jay when he's flustered.
Listen to that. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna have Lisa. We're gonna talk to her about the Hawkeyes and we're also gonna play
her
the
violin skills.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa, nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi. Keep it going, Jim. It's served the fine community of Davenport since 1992. They have so many great beers like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, or the Raging River, and the so-popular Cherry Bomb Blonde. Check out their Facebook page for all of their drink specials and visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. Right now, they're open in the Freight House complex with the tap room, so make sure you get down there. Farmers Market. It's Firkin Friday, and I frickin' love you people.
This is WQAD's Matt Randazzo, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
The fall sports schedule at Augustana College is kicking into high gear. On the women's side, there's volleyball and soccer, cross country, tennis, and golf. Men's sports include soccer and cross country, golf, tennis, and football, with the first game Saturday, September 7th at 1. The Vikings will host Coe College at the Knowlton Outdoor Athletic Complex. Division III sports at Augustana College are exciting and competitive. For complete game information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front-row seat to big-time small college sports.
Wow, you look amazing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Is that a new outfit or something?
No.
Did you change your hair or something's different?
No, I just got the most expensive auto insurance I could find.
Woohoo, look at you, high roller.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
There's no such thing as fancy auto insurance. So why pay more for the same coverage?
Nothing fancy or expensive. Insurance.com.
Online sports betting is here with TheLeadSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, at Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
If you're running a business, how much should you invest in retaining your employees? First Midwest Bank has ideas. In today's tight labor market, keeping your employees is more important than ever. A First Midwest banker can help you determine what type of 401k plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com.
ESPN 93.5 is the Quad City sports leader and home of your local sports show, Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 93.5 Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 93.5 app or going to ESPN935.com. From the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways. where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, J-Bird, Surge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5. It doesn't matter what side of the river you're on. Your local Quad Cities sports show is right here. Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. 12 to 2 on the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
And we are back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish.
Hey, what's up?
Cranked.
Your headphones too high?
Yeah, you got it cranked.
All right.
Anyway. And we're trying to fix something on Facebook Live. Anybody out there in Radio Land, don't pay attention to us. All right, we are back. We're going to be making some phone calls.
Anyway.
Yeah, they don't anyway.
We're going to call Lisa. Lisa's a violinist, Grammy-nominated violinist, and she's worked with all kinds of artists from Beyonce to Lady Gaga to Rihanna to John Legend and Stevie Wonder. But
John Legend go pound sand.
She's a Hawkeye, and she... Yeah. Every once in a while, she'll put little videos on of her playing. Like last week, she did the Back in Black, and it was sick.
I like Back in Black.
I reached out to her. Let's give her a call and just talk to her about. She used to live here in the Quad Cities when she was Miss Iowa, so she got a Quad City connection as well. Nice. Just there we go.
Hello.
Hi, Lisa. This is Jay from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. You're on the air, ESPN 1170.
Hi, Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for taking our call. You're in studio. We got Adam in here, T-Roy, and Surge. So if you hear a lot of voices coming from all over, we got a packed house.
Okay, sounds good. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. And they sound so shy, too. They're like, hi. All right, Lisa. So give us the background of where you come from, how you're the Hawkeye, and what you're up to now.
Of course, yeah. So I'm originally from Des Moines, Iowa. And just started violin. Well, I started singing first when I was really, really little, then started violin when I was in 4th grade. Somehow just kind of always knew I would be a musician. I went to the University of Iowa for my undergraduate degree. That's when, well, actually, that's not true. I started loving the Hawkeyes when I was a little girl, thanks to my parents, because they're huge Hawkeye fans as well. And then, yeah, so I kept studying violin and voice all through undergrad. I also went, most people don't know this, I don't think, on Twitter, but I also went to Indiana University for my master's. I just wasn't involved in the sports there, just the music, only music. And then, then I became Miss Iowa for the Miss America program. So that's another big Iowa thing. And that's when I lived in the Quad Cities, actually. And I played with the Quad City Symphony when I was going to the University of Iowa as well. So I'm a huge fan of that area. I love it. I was just back actually 2 years ago because I judged the Miss Iowa pageant, and I released an album, and I got to see the Quad Cities again, which was awesome. Then after that, I moved to Los Angeles and became a professional musician, and so now mostly what I do is like movie soundtrack scoring, TV work, live TV, and scoring television shows, doing recording sessions with other artists. And then I also recorded my own album of classical music and film music mixed together. That's kind of
okay. How can people find you on Twitter? What's your handle?
It's just my name, so Lisa Dondlinger, Dondlinger.
And the same thing for your website, right?
Yep, lisadondlinger.com. Mm-hmm.
And then when did you start putting the videos on there of the Iowa Fight song? And then last week you released.
I want to hear Back in Black.
We'll put the Back in Black on in a second.
Right. Well, the funny part about that is actually the Fight song video I recorded 2 years ago, and it's been on my YouTube channel this whole time. But what I didn't realize is most people don't want to take the time to click on a link. They just want the video to pop up. So just on a whim 2 weeks ago, I thought, well, I'll just upload the video directly to Twitter so that it pops up on people's feeds. And that's when things started going crazy, and I had over like 33,000 views. And then I realized, okay, this is where I need to be posting it. So I redid the Back in Black one. Obviously, that was a huge request. Everybody wanted that one for last week. And then I'm going to release another one either today or tomorrow, and then I have another one for the next week as well. So
have you have you told anybody which one you're releasing, or is that a big surprise?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I took a poll on Twitter just a little bit ago to see if people want me to release it today or tomorrow, and so I was kind of waiting for the results of that to come in, and then I'm going to post it. But I mean, it's been a highly requested one, so I don't think people will be too surprised.
I think I got an idea because I was going to request one too. The one we're about to play, the Back in Black, has almost 20,000 views on Twitter. So give me a second here to load this thing up here.
Okay.
All right.
We're very high tech here in the radio land.
Right.
What? We are.
This is Lisa playing.
I know. We're high tech. That's awesome.
I know.
That's really good.
Do you want to? Well, let's play in the background.
Can you just do any song?
Yeah.
I'm like, we're gonna have requests.
Well, so there's requests.
Yeah, we'll put the request in for sure.
Put the request in, she says. All right, make sure you follow her on Twitter. All right, so can we, T-Ray, guys, do you want to recklessly speculate what the song is that people request?
It's gonna be the Wave song.
The Wave song? Wave on
the one the kid wrote.
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good one.
You mean Dallas?
Dallas, yeah. Jacobus.
Okay. Yeah, he's been in touch with me, actually. He's a great guy. I'm really excited that he put that out there. So
he's been on the show. He actually did it live for the first time he ever played it live was on our show.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
He actually, he befriended me on Instagram a while ago just because he saw that I was a Hawkeye and that I'm in the industry, and kind of asked for some advice on like vocal techniques, what he should be doing and everything. And yeah, he's doing great. And I love that song. It's a really wonderfully written song.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I am speculating that it's Enter Sandman, T-Ray.
This is who requesting this song?
Just the people, the Iowa fans. When
Iowa fans.
Yeah, when they see her on Instagram or Twitter, they say, "Hey, you should do." You know what you should do.
Right.
That's instead of just letting her enjoy the moment, they right away say, "Hey, you know what you should do."
Lisa, before you tell us the answer, is there a clear cut front runner on what people are requesting the most?
Well, over time, yes. Because there's the one that I'm going to put out, people have been asking for actually like a couple years. And
that changes my answer. Okay.
It does, yeah.
T-Ray, what do you got?
Oh, yeah, it changes your answer. It does. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm lost. Yeah, I mean, I'm mixed up now.
Well, I'm assuming right now.
Give an idea, because I'm looking for ideas.
Okay.
Another show wants me to do one every single week, and the problem with that is I do know, I have a few, like I said, in the bag, as I know that are related to Iowa, but I'm looking for more ideas. So if there's some songs that I don't know that are related to Iowa.
You put on Twitter that you either release today or tomorrow, so that you go on Twitter to vote on that. Do you have a speculation that what the song is that she's going to release?
I don't know. I would if it wasn't the last 2 years, if it was just recently, I would go with your top 10 songs, because
I'm just gonna come off the wall. I think it's "Twist a Cane" by Danzig.
Well, okay, it's not that. Jeez. It's Iowa related.
Oh, okay.
Enter Sandman is would be solid.
That's a great guess.
It's the other one is "In Heaven There Is No Beer."
That was my thought.
Yes.
That's a great guess.
All right, so
good one too.
Or how about "She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy"?
That's not going to be there.
No,
we're going to keep it Iowa related.
How is tractors not Iowa related, Jay? Come on, man.
I hadn't thought of that one, so I'm really
obviously
I will spoil it, it's not that, but that's funny.
You got on Iowa. What else? What else is the one that the Hokey Pokey?
No.
Well,
that's wedding related.
No, Hayden Fry used to have them. We used to play the Hokey Pokey after every victory.
That's what it's all about.
That's it, T-Ray. Yes, that's the Hokey Pokey. Thank you for listeners out there who didn't know what the Hokey Pokey is.
I would go DJ Khaled. All I do is win would be a fun one, but I don't know if people are actually requesting you to play that for the last couple of years.
Ooh, I know, Gin and Juice.
All right, now we're just being ridiculous.
You are.
Okay.
Just sending out random.
I think, it's probably "In Heaven There's No Beer."
That would be my thought.
All right, we'll see.
All right, that's our guess.
So we get a we'll see. I love it.
So when do we find out, Lisa?
You have to go vote on Twitter, and either she's going to release it today or tomorrow.
Today. There's my vote.
Well, yeah,
okay,
go on Twitter
vote.
and vote.
Yeah, vote, because
Well,
I will
fine,
honestly
give me
go
5
with what the
seconds.
people want.
Are there any votes out there? Just say, are there any votes out there for Twist a Cane by Danzig? Because I don't want to waste my vote if there's not.
There, I voted. So
I
far,
think you're the first and only. So
Okay,
far.
I
Lisa,
won't waste it.
your voting right now is 60, with my vote included, because I did do it. 64% say we need a Friday pick-me-up. 36% say
Okay.
wait till game day, silly.
Okay.
Friday.
Do you know that song, though, Twist a Cane? It's a really cool song.
You say it one more time.
I really like DNC, so I mean, I'll check it out. The thing is, it's funny. It's like some people said, they were surprised a violin could play the fight song, but it's just because it hasn't been done. I mean, once somebody does it, then it makes sense, right? So the violin is super versatile. That's the thing that's so fun to play. And the coolest thing for this, all the stuff for me, is that my big goal as a musician is to introduce the violin to people that normally maybe wouldn't listen or wouldn't think they would like it. And so the fact that like all these football fans are so loving the violin, I mean, it makes me so happy.
You know what? I mean, I think back to the first violin song that I ever loved. The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Yeah.
So that being said, have you ever got to meet Charlie Daniels?
Have I had blood?
Got the pleasure of meeting Charlie Daniels. Devil Went Down to Georgia.
No, I haven't. But that's also another highly requested one, so we'll have to see about that one.
How long would it take for you to teach Jay to play the violin?
Well, or just play?
We'll go medium.
Somewhere in between.
He's a
I
medium
mean,
kind of guy.
it does take a number of years. That's the thing
Years,
that's
Jay, not
Now,
6 months.
Now, just
You can
playing
get-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you can definitely get a sound right away. That's kind of a nice instant gratification about the violin, but to sound good, it does take quite a long time.
Is there any height requirement to playing the violin?
No, stop it. Stop
no,
it.
actually, there's
See,
not.
there you
that's
go,
open
Jay.
to everybody. They make different sizes even. They make small violins, medium, regular size. So.
All right, medium sized. All right,
There you go.
Lisa, I was at the game last week, and it seems that the crowd is into this the new song, "The Get Up." So,
Well, it's
okay,
either
I haven't
that,
heard
which is the new Old Town Road. There's Old
but I
Town
mean-
Road, and then there was the Get Up.
but there's a dance to it, and the crowd was kind of. It wasn't a good dancing to it. I'm not saying the crowd was good at dancing
Follow
it.
the instructions in the song.
Yeah, they weren't doing a very good job. following-
To the left,
Yeah.
to the left now.
I'm just saying it might be another one to throw out there.
She think my
Okay,
track
yeah,
is
no, I haven't
sexy.
heard that. The Get Up, okay.
How do you
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
It's
do
by
you
Blanco
do you
Brown.
make time to watch every game? Like, do you even schedule things around it?
I do as much as possible. I really, really do. And it's funny because, a lot of musicians that are recording musicians don't necessarily know about football, but now they do because of me. In Los Angeles, everybody knows about the Hawkeyes, and so they'll come up and ask, like, did the Hawks win this week? And they see my T-shirts and they ask about it. So it's really kind of fun. But sometimes if there's a session, I mean, I don't get to choose the time, but if I can choose it, believe me, I'm watching the game like every single that I can. And sometimes
Where do you
I'm
watch the
having
game at
trouble.
out there?
Well, either at home, but there's also a couple of bars here called Barney's Beanery, and they cater to the Los Angeles Iowa Club. So we hang out there. They gave us like discounts. Last week, I was really sad I couldn't go, but Desmond King came, and Austin Blythe has come. So it's really, really fun. But yeah, I've gotten in trouble at work before having the game on a phone and like trying to hide it on a music stand behind my music, and then they see that I'm doing it. So yeah, I watch it all the time.
Awesome.
All right, so this weekend, Iowa opens up against Rutgers. They are now currently 19.5-point favorites.
Awesome.
Do you have a prediction? Do you have a score prediction?
Ooh, okay. Score prediction. I would say I think the Hawks are going to score at least 34.
Okay.
And 34, 35. And then I think our defense is really going to be like, I know AJ was really frustrated last week, and I think he's going to make a lot of adjustments. So if he's double teamed, he's still going to get through. So I'm going to say they're really going to hold him 10 the most.
Okay.
He's got all.
At 34-10?
Yeah.
Lisa says the Hawks will cover spread with that prediction.
Yep. Yep, I'm feeling good. I think this is going to be a special year, so I'm feeling really good about this year.
That's awesome. Hey, Lisa, I want to thank you so much for your time in talking to us. Again, follow everybody at Lisa Donlinger. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I apologize.
That's pretty close. Yeah, Donlinger.
Donlinger. And then, and same thing, Donlinger, Lisa Donlinger. I'm sorry. Linger.
Donlinger.
Thank you. .com.
Donlinger. Mm-hmm.
Yes, go ahead and vote for this and watch the videos. And we're looking forward to seeing what the next song's going to be.
Oh, thanks you guys so much. It was nice to meet all of you, and thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Lisa.
Absolutely. Thanks, Lisa.
Okay, have a
Go
good
Hawks.
day.
Is that...
That's Twitch the K, baby.
That's what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the Hawkeyes, though?
Just badass. Listen to it.
No one knows that song, by the way. The only song they know by
now.
Danzig is Mother. You're going to get us in trouble, probably.
Oh, I'm not.
Nope.
It's 14 seconds. We're good.
Thanks, Alicia, for doing that. Make sure to follow her on Twitter. Go vote for it and watch her
If
videos.
that's what T-Roy does to get us in trouble, I think we're going to be okay.
We'll make sure we put something out there on Twitter as well. But I appreciate it.
That's on the same album as Mother.
Okay.
Just so you know.
All right.
Great album, Jay.
Great album.
You ever heard She Rides? That's another good one.
All right, let's talk about last night.
All right.
Sergi.
What?
Don't get upset.
I'm not upset.
Okay.
Yes,
By
I
the way,
am.
the
Yes,
double
I am.
Sergi,
I am.
Tell me about
the
last.
double doink thing was
Stop
covered,
saying that.
but they had that covered. All they talked about in the pregame was
I
double
know.
doink. It's crazy.
I saw it. Okay, the pregame, we had double doink and the 85 Bears. Awesome. Don't get me wrong. It was awesome to see Jim McMahon, Otis Wilson, Jay Hilgenberg, all these guys, Richard Dent, all these guys coming out, waving the towels around. That was really cool. But we all know, and I'm a diehard Chicago Bear fan, but we live through the 85 Bears. It's all we have. Well, you know what? That's not all we have. We have other things to be excited about. Actually went to another Super Bowl. I think people forget about that. Where
Scored a touchdown
Devin Hester
on the
ran
opening
back the
kickoff.
opening kickoff.
And then it was all Colts, baby.
Okay, so just here, just drink up. But they have other things to be excited about, and so they just keep showing 85 highlights. And I know it's the 100th anniversary, and that's why they did this game, the Bears versus Packers, oldest rival, for the kickoff of the 100th NFL season, rather than the Patriots playing the first game, which they get the Steelers coming up. So, no, I mean, yes, Jay, I'm mad.
Okay.
I'm upset.
Okay, are you mad enough to boo the offense in Soldier Field?
No, I'll never boo the offense in Soldier Field.
Some fans did.
That's fine.
They have that's okay for them to do that?
It's America.
Do you think that Biscuit should have been benched for Chase Daniels?
No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Keep going. I like this.
Do you think the Bears will beat the Broncos next week?
Yes, I think the Bears are going to win the next 4.
Okay.
No, but not if they play like last night.
Have you ever in your life seen a 1st and 40?
No. Well, I've personally seen it on the playing field in games I've played in.
Well,
not
that's
in the
different
NFL.
in
Not
the NFL. Since 1994.
Want to know? But let me interject here.
Yeah.
Want to know? So I was going back and forth between work and home and getting everything done, just trying to get somewhere to kind of watch the end of the game, the second half. And in my travels, I was going from one place to the next, and so I had on 1170 AM radio, listening to the Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers. The Bears are down 7-3.
You are a company man.
And want to know what I got to hear in my 10-minute drive?
What?
3 offensive penalties in a row, leading to a 1st and 40.
Yeah.
I turned my radio off. I didn't change the channel. I turned it off in the car. Do you know how mad you have to be to just turn it off?
That was the first series in the fourth quarter for the Bears. Started at the Green Bay 43. And then, there's in that series, legal use of hands, offensive pass interference, moved them all the way down to the Chicago 27. And 1st and 40, it's just the 4th time since 1994 that a team has faced a first down or 40. So
since what year?
1994.
I would have thought it'd been longer.
No, just the 4th time. So
who was that team?
The other teams that since 1994, the Raiders against the Saints, they had a 1st and 44. The Saints versus the Falcons, Saints had a 1st and 40, and the Vikings versus the Packers in 2015. That was
That's
in
the Green Bay does, man. They put you
2017.
back to 1st and 40. Tell me more about how great Green Bay's defense was.
They weren't bad, but
thank you. Both defenses played well.
It's
both
week 1.
Both offenses were
I don't know
awful.
what to. I don't know.
Easter
what to
A
take
said
from
it here on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread that it's overreaction week. It's week 1.
Well, I love overreaction theater.
I know. So do I. But not when it's at the expense of my Bears.
Yeah, but I mean, trust me. There'll be something. If you look at right now, What's the overreaction? Here's one. Here's some candidates for you, okay?
Yeah, and they're a joke. I love
Here's some candidates for overreaction Monday, so that everyone will forget about Thursday night, okay? Jags stun the Chiefs.
Nope.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Okay. Keep that in mind. Put that one in your back pocket.
I want to hear your answer, too.
They ran with the Chiefs last year. I think they
want to hear your explanation. I want to hear your answer.
I don't think so.
Right.
But it's possible. I'm giving you candidates.
Oh, thanks.
All right?
So it might happen, it might not?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm giving you candidates. Air raid offense. I'm trying to come up with some. Decimate Detroit. Arizona goes crazy. Arizona Cardinals put up so many points that they get the over-under themselves.
This is Detroit's Super Bowl. They get to open up with Arizona.
Skins.
Not going to be good either.
Win in Philly.
No way. No. Gosh. I would like to see that. It'd be funny. Had some Redskin fans and friends out there.
With Zeke, Cowboys still lose to Giants.
You're crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just giving you other headlines.
I know. But you want an answer or not?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you.
One of these is going to be true.
No, there's not.
Luckless. Get it? Luckless.
They ran out of luck.
Colts win against the Chargers.
You're crap out of luck.
That's
right
the winner.
Yeah, see? I got one out of four headlines.
I got to keep the hope,
Homer.
Or,
you know what they call that? You know what that title's going to be of that one?
Or finally,
SOL.
my final one.
Yeah.
I already got the title of that one. SOL.
Defending Super Bowl champs lose to Steelers.
Okay, now that's about the only one, and that's a bold prediction too. But that's the only one that has the most credibility behind it because I think Pittsburgh's a good team.
I think the Jags one might be there.
I think you're crazy. Crazy like a fox.
Didn't they last time there? Didn't that defense keep Mahomes from not throwing a touchdown pass the last time they played? I mean, it's something to look into. Because this defense is going to be better than it was last year. It'll be back to 2017 form. I know, but I'm just saying it'll take the ease off all the headlines.
Is that your favorite one right there?
It is my favorite, yeah. One? Saxonville stuns the Chiefs. No? All right. Everyone just stay on your phone. Don't worry about what I'm saying.
No, I'm looking up other stuff about Antonio Brown right now because he called the GM a cracker.
Yeah, but then he apologized.
I know. It's just funny.
He tried to fight him.
He apologized.
Uh-huh. Tried to fight an old man.
Didn't Gruden say he's just
Mayock
frustrated with the whole
60s.
thing? That's the most Gruden response ever. Man, I'm just really frustrated with the whole thing. Yeah, well. All right. So last night, as the Packers won 10-3, they closed as a 3-point underdog and were plus 145 on the money line. And the under hit, obviously, 46.5. Packers won the first half 7-3 as 2.5-point dogs, and the second half 3-0 as 3-point dogs. And obviously both unders hit as well. So we need to take a look at some other spreads that's coming out here today. We're going to take a quick break first, and we'll be right back with Adam from Front Street and more headlines that'll rule the Monday. Maybe. I don't know. You keep looking at me like I'm crazy. Something's going to... It's week
crazy.
one. Something's going to happen, guys.
All right. Well, attention pizza lovers. We want to let everyone know Van's Pizza is down in Bettendorf. Van's Pizza and More is just open near the TBK Plex at the corners of Middle and Forest Grove Road. They have outstanding daily specials. Check it out. Friday and Saturday, the family deal, $29.99. 2 appetizers, 1 large pizza, any large pizza, no half and halves, and 2 1 liters of pop, just $29.99. Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday for football, $1 off the baked subs, $7.99. Any medium, no half and half. All you have to do is call 563-232-1396, and they'll have your pizza hot and ready for carryout, or you can get it delivered. Delivery area is limited. That's Van's Pizza and More, 563-232-1396.
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Online sports betting is here with TheLeadSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, Go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Wow, you look amazing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Is that a new outfit or something?
No.
Did you change your hair or something's different?
No, I just got the most expensive auto insurance I could find.
Woohoo, look at you, high roller.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
There's no such thing as fancy auto insurance. So why pay more for the same coverage?
Nothing fancy or expensive, just great auto coverage with Jorgensen Insurance. Get your free quote at jorgenseninsurance.com.
If you're running a business, how much should you invest in retaining your employees? First Midwest Bank has ideas. In today's tight labor market, keeping your employees is more important than ever. A First Midwest banker can help you determine what type of 401k plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com.
The fall sports schedule at Augustana College is kicking into high gear. On the women's side, there's volleyball and soccer, cross country, tennis, and golf. Men's sports include soccer and cross country, golf, tennis, and football. With the first game Saturday, September 7th at 1. The Vikings will host Co-College at the Knowlton Outdoor Athletic Complex. Division III sports at Augustana College are exciting and competitive. For complete game information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front-row seat to big-time small college sports.
ESPN 93.5 is the Quad Cities sports leader and home of your local sports show, Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 93.5 Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 93.5 app or going to ESPN935.com. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5. From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KPOB, Davenport. Not the same old song and dance, new and different every day. Don't hassle us, we're local, noon till 2 on the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, we're back in the Hassle Castle. Brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN AM 1170.
I want to thank Adam from French Street Brewery to come in, talking to us about the Frickin' Friday, the first Friday of the month that they have that tapping down at the tap room, French Street Brewery. Make sure to stop by there. And tonight, if you go there for the River Bandits game, the River Bandits have a must-win game. They're tied 1-1 in a best-of-3 against Cedar Rapids Colonels. The first pitch tonight is 6:35. Go down a little early, grab a beer from Front Street, go afterwards, after the game, hopefully after the River Bandits victory, and get a beer from at Front Street as well. Or maybe stop down there, a little farmer's market. I'm going to go to the farmer's market on Sunday. There was a nice lady that I met today who does
Home Depot, maybe Bed Bath &
who
Beyond.
does fudge on down there. Lady T. I saw her because I was over at the WHBF studios.
But you don't eat fudge.
No, I didn't try it. It's okay, and I should have brought some for you guys. I didn't ask.
No, I can't have that.
But I was over at WHBF studios, just hanging out there,
Yeah.
or just doing living local again.
Wow.
Don't hassle me. I'm living local.
You're something.
Doing my Big Brother update. Big night last night, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, double eviction night.
Yeah, what time was that on?
Huh?
What time was that on?
It was on late. Why? No, it was on at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Huh.
Yeah.
Did you go picture in a picture?
No, I put it on DVR. I was coaching last night. Okay. You want to do Coach's Corner? I didn't do anything crazy.
Well, then I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Girls had a doubleheader over at Rock Island. The Quad City Stingers. We won both games. It's all coming together, boys.
I was actually like concerned about you. I had a couple people text me asking, like, making sure you're going to be okay with having Big Brother and Bears Packers on at the same time.
No,
I'm not kidding whatsoever.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it's Big Brother. I watched it later.
What's Jay gonna do?
Yeah.
What a pickle.
No, I came home in time for right at the end of the third quarter, and then watched the rest of that, and then caught up highlights. So, but no, the Big Brother, obviously. I mean, if you want to watch it, if you want to find out, why don't you watch Living Local at 2:00 today?
I can't.
Oh, busy guy. Some scores from yesterday brought to you by Harrington's Pub. Wilson Contreras hit a home run, went 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Kyle Schwarber also hit a home run, 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs.
Grand slam home run.
As the Cubs beat the Brewers 10-5. Dakota Hudson, 6 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed. 2 Ks.
Hit one all the way to Wisconsin.
No,
he was in Wisconsin.
As the Cardinals shut out the Giants 10-0. White Sox beat the Indians 7-1. Thanks, White Sox. Ronaldo Lopez, 9 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 11 Ks. Look at him go. Detroit Tigers beat the Royals 6-4. And the Twins beat the Red Sox 2-1. Big series this weekend for the Twins against the Indians. This is gonna, if the Indians can do, this is gonna make or break their season right here. So to find out, right now the Indians are 1 game back of even the wild card. So if they can sweep the Twins, we're gonna have a divisional race. If not, Twins can win the series, basically lock it up, unless it's a complete meltdown. So the Cubs currently are 2.5 back, 2.5 ahead of the 2.5 back of the Cardinals. This weekend, the Cardinals are at Pittsburgh 6:05 tonight. Kansas City Royals go to Miami 6:10. Los Angeles Angels are at the White Sox 7:10 tonight. Cleveland and Minnesota, like I said. Cubs, Cole Hamels on the mound for the Cubs, 7-5 on the year, 3.69 ERA against Milwaukee, 8-7, 3.76 for Zach Davies. So big weekend there for baseball, but again, it is more of a football weekend because it's opening day, but it's also week 2 for high school football. Yesterday we were at the William Hill Sportsbook at the Isla Capri Casino. Had Matt Koss on. It was great to see Matt again.
Mm-hmm.
He's always a pleasure to have on. We have games going on this weekend. The West beat Clinton last night, 17-0.
No fights?
No fights. There were a lot of penalties. Tons of penalties. Tonight at Brady Street Stadium, North Scott goes to Central. North Scott, like Matt told us, knocked off Iowa City West last week 14-7. Central scored in the final minutes last week to beat Minnesota. Muscatine 28-25. In the last 4 meetings, North Scott has won the game 54-0, 50-0, 27-7, and 28-7. Lancers are currently ranked 4th in Class 3A. Bettendorf is at Iowa City West. Bettendorf is currently ranked, I think they're ranked 5th, there you go, in Class 4A. They kept PB out of the end zone last week. Iowa City West, like Koss told us, they have a talented quarterback in Marcus Morgan. He's a 4-sport athlete. Threw for 157 yards last week. Cedar Rapids Prairie at Pleasant Valley. Cedar Rapids Prairie 1-0 on the year. Pleasant Valley 0-1. They were Cedar Rapids Prairie beat Washington last week and put up over 375 yards total offense just in the first half alone. Assumption 1-0 at Dubuque Wahlert. Assumption rolled past Allman 42-0 last week. Wahlert beat West Delaware 17-15. Davenport North, our number 5 team in our power rankings, are at Dubuque Senior. They're at Dubuque for the second week in a row. This is Wildcats are looking for a 2-0 start for the second consecutive season. Muscatine at Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Like we said, Muscatine lost to Central last week. They did score 3 touchdowns in a 5-minute span. On the Illinois side, Metamora is at Rock Island. It's a big game for Rock Island because they got to get in the win column. They start off 0-1. They are ranked. Metamora is ranked 9th this week in Class 5A. Rock Island was without 3 starters in Week 1. Moline is at Lyle Benet Academy. This is the one that Koss told us that if they can beat Lyle Benet, that Moline should be jump up in the standings. They're currently ranked 8th in.
They're playing Lisa Bonet from Crosby.
Sounds like it, yeah. The Maroons are currently ranked 8th in Illinois 7A. Rock on Allman at Quincy Notre Dame. Allman 0-1 of the year. Quincy
go
Notre Dame
Allman.
There you go. Oh yeah, you don't like. I forget about that. Yeah, hold on. What's Quincy Notre Dame again? They're
Notre Dame. What do you think their mascot is down there at Quincy Notre Dame?
Fighting Irish.
Yeah, we talk about this. I forget this.
The Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah.
But they look like Notre Dame. And they recruit over state lines. Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh, no.
No, you can't do that.
They can't. Well, they can. They're a Catholic school. They do whatever they want to.
You shouldn't do that.
They shouldn't do that, but they do.
UT is at East Peoria. Both teams 0-1 on the year.
Let's go Allman.
Let's go Allman. Lakeview is at Geneseo. Geneseo 1-0 on the year. Lakeview on the other one. Central DeWitt at Macokota. It's the 96th meeting since 1919 between these two schools.
Big's 96.
Central DeWitt holds a 50 to 39 to 6 all-time advantage here. So big game there. That's where Bobby Metcalf's going to be. I want to thank Metcalf and Koss for writing this up in the Quad City Times so that I could read it off and make it sound like I know a little bit what I'm talking about there.
They're good friends.
Yeah, they're good dudes. Good dudes. All right, so there is no panic, T-Roy, for the Bears, huh?
I don't believe so, guys. I mean, it's one game sample size. Let's just relax. If you don't see improvement out of Biscuit within 2 games, then yes, then we got something to be worried about. But
it's, I think I even saw something like the Trubisky experiment is over. That's not true.
It's overreaction Friday.
It's year 3. They still got 2. Let's say if he's really good, the Bears are sitting good here. It's year 3. Let's say, and he's still. I mean, some people said he was a good bet for the MVP only because of the odds. No. But what? No, you say no?
No. It would take a lot for. This is not going to win the MVP.
And so, but at the time, people are saying the value was there at like plus 400. The value.
No. Yeah. So.
Anyway. Yeah, if you want to value losing your money.
He's 3rd year in a 5-year contract, and even if he's really, really good, they can franchise him for 2 more years.
Was it his decision to throw 50 times last night?
Well, he can. No, I guess not.
No. It was not his. It was a lot of play calling. And Nagy actually took the blame for most of it, which I did like, but still doesn't. As 3-year-old Serge used to say, sorry doesn't fix it.
Stuff your sorries in a sack.
That's right. They threw the ball too much. Both teams were horrendous on 3rd down.
Yes.
The Bears were, I want to say, 3 for 15 and 0-2 on 4th down conversions. So you're not going to win football games. You're not going to win a division. You're not going to make the playoffs when you are 3 for 15 on 3rd down conversions. Biscuit scrambled a few times. He missed a couple open guys, but he also didn't have a whole lot of time. They collapsed on him. Now, what Denny Cruz was saying here on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread was when they go with that empty backfield, they're running right at him. He doesn't have an extra blocker in the backfield. He's being hurried. He's being pressured. So that's not that the veteran quarterback would step up into the pocket or do a dump pass, or you see Rodgers do that stupid little shuffle pass that he learned from Brett Favre. That's fine.
Stupid little shuffle pass.
That stupid little effective, productive shuffle pass that gets first downs.
Makes the ladies go crazy in Lambeau.
Oh, God. Makes me want to puke.
It doesn't sound that stupid when you explain it like that. It sounds neat.
Sounds neat.
But that's where that experience and that veteran leadership comes from. Is, Biscuit doesn't have that. He steps up. He panicked a little bit last night. It was first game jitters. I don't think it has anything to do with preseason. I don't think it's because preseason guys didn't take snaps or didn't play together.
I think it is. You looked rusty. I'm telling you that's what it is.
Yeah, but I don't think preseason would have fixed that. This is still a game time against, Green Bay's defense who...
Well, we'll never know because they didn't play the SOB.
I know, but...
If they had just played him, then we wouldn't have that excuse.
That's fine. So, you know what? Hey, they got an excuse. And
either way, it's a huge victory for the Packers.
It is a huge victory for the Packers.
Because you get a road victory in this division is big.
Right.
So, I mean...
The only way I'm going to be continuously upset about this is if this changes the playoffs. If this is a factor and we miss out on the playoffs by 1 game, then I'll be really pissed about this. Otherwise, I'm going to forget about it. Unless people keep waking me up and telling me in the middle of the night that, hey, remember when the Packers beat the Bears?
What?
Oh, people came at the end of the night last night as I'm working. It is long gone. My jersey's folded over in the corner. Like I'm just working my way.
I felt bad for
through the night.
Lavora last night, man. He was like just very upset, just head down. He did a fantasy draft. Things were going good. It was still 7-3, and then just nothing. Poor guy.
It's one game.
I know,
I want to do a Lavora impersonation to Lavora. Like I just want to talk to him like himself.
Overreaction.
Overreaction for sure. We overcovered it, but I mean it's the only game that's happened so far.
Overcovered. I mean they've been talking about it for ESPN for.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah,
since 7 this morning.
Right, and when it's the only game on, I mean if all the games would have been played on the same day, but I mean even the pregame was fun. They did a little show outside. I had some friends that were up there.
Who's that? Megan Trainor, or what was her name?
Meek Mill?
No, Megan something.
I didn't
that
see
blonde-haired girl. Is it Megan Trainor?
I don't know.
She did a song. She did a new song. It was neat.
Well, I didn't.
You didn't watch any of the pregame show,
Jeff? I didn't see the same reaction that it was neat from social media.
About Megan?
Yeah.
You mean people on social media bashed something that was actually just normal and kind of fun?
What, they didn't
Holy crap!
They didn't like her because she's a full-figured woman?
No. I
People
just
are
thought
a-holes.
they said she was a joke. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it said she was a joke.
Why do they have a rapper that just got out of jail?
Did she just get out of jail?
Shut up. No, he did. Meek Mill.
Oh. I thought she looked cute. And her song sounded fine.
National anthem sucked.
Wait a minute.
Jeez.
No, it was good.
Jeez.
Everybody just bashes something to bash it.
Yeah, like Jay's hair.
Huh?
Yeah, people hating on your hairdo.
Yeah, some people do.
And your headband, which
not wearing today.
Someone stole it.
No. I tell you what, I keep
500-year-old twins hat on.
Keep.
Didn't you buy that when we were up there together?
No.
8 years ago?
No.
Smells like it.
I don't know. Stay tuned. Smells like it. Stay tuned. I don't know. I might cut it. I might not. I don't know.
Don't do it.
I don't know. So, tonight, NCAA football. For those of you out there who are interested in some gambling action, got Wake Forest at Rice. The one to look at here, apparently, is the over-under. The total opened up at 57.5 here. And heavy one-sided over action from both the pros and the Joes. It's on its way. It's pushed the line all the way up to 59. Casual bettors like the over because Wake is coming off a 38-35 win. And the Sharps like the over because of the weather. The game time temperature is expected to be in the mid to upper 90s. And since 2005, when the temperature is 85 degrees or higher in a non-conference game, the over has gone 271 to 195 at an almost 60% over rate. So, if you're out there looking for an advantage and you're going to go to one of the local sports books, maybe the over tonight, or Marshall at Boise State, here we have a difference in the pros versus the Joes. Boise State beat Florida State in week 1, so obviously people are going to love that because it's going to be fresh in their minds. Cowboys were down 18 points in the second half and came back to win that game in a thriller, 36-31, covering that 6.5 point dogs they were. So, public remembers that stuff. Public will hammer that right away. Boise State was listed at a 13-point home favorite when this opened. And although 80% of the bets are coming in, it is the pros that are moving this line, and they have moved it to minus 12. The Sharps are in on Marshall, who beat VMI 56-17 in the open. So, just letting you know, public is in on Boise State. Sharps are on Marshall. It's up to you to decide which way you want to go from there.
Jay, can I interject here? With
Sure, absolutely.
Some breaking news.
Okay.
9 minutes ago, Raiders coach John Gruden now confirms that Antonio Brown will not be suspended and will play Monday night.
Well, we kind of predicted this the other day. They have to fix this issue.
I could understand him playing Monday night, but still serving a suspension, like in a game or two, like still getting it. Just like he might appeal it or something, but the fact that they're saying he's not going to be suspended.
You guys,
at all.
if they had suspended him a game, they lose him for the season. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, they lose him mentally.
Right.
He's done. He checks out, the war continues. They had to do this if they want to try to make good with their money. They got to mend this relationship and get it back on track. Listen, he's a ding-dong. We all know he's going to screw up down the line, but they have to give it the chance. They're the ones spending the cash.
That's
it in a nutshell. And it was pointed out eloquently on Levitard earlier that at one point, if he doesn't show up and he is suspended, if he continues these antics, they don't have to pay him any of his guaranteed money.
Right. $29 million.
Yeah. So that was the other reason why he apologized. He was very tearful.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose $29 million either.
No, but it's the thing that I know you guys point out, and you guys are right. This isn't high school or college. They don't do a half or whatever else. But I think that's what we're trying to get at is they're not really going to suspend them for a game.
Yeah, but it's not high school. It's not college because he's getting paid $29 million guaranteed, and that's why he's going to be on the field. You're not going to suspend a guy you're paying that kind of money for a game or even a half. Who cares? He's going to make your team better when he's on the field. And like I said, you can't have this guy mentally not there. You need him. So, yeah, it's a smart move by the Raiders. Either way. I don't agree with anything Antonio Brown's done, but it's a smart move by the Raiders.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to do our NCAA Pick 6, and then we also have our NFL Pick 6 to look at as well.
Make all your Sundays fun days at Pints with $2.50 20-ounce domestic drash, $3 you-call-its, and live music from 5 to 8. Pints supplies the party, you supply the fun. Check out this lineup for September this Sunday. We got Scott Stowe, followed by Jordan Danielson, then Dave Ellis, and rounding out the month, Douglas Big Undies Brundies. And don't remember, every happy hour at 5 o'clock p.m., boy, I can't talk, Serge, Pints is offering complimentary Vans Pizza and those oh-so-delectable bread nuggets. So if you get in there at 5 o'clock, you better eat them quick because they're going to go fast. That's Pints, 5268 Utica Ridge Road in Davenport.
Report.com, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey hunters, time to get ready for fall hunting season. Get your hunting gear, arrows, and bow tuned up at R&R Sports in Bettendorf. Try out a new bow or crossbow on their new indoor range before you buy it. Bows from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and PSE are in stock. Crossbows from Raven and PSE. Maybe it's new guns and ammunition you want. Shop guns from Benelli, Stoger, Franchi, Springfield, Ruger, and Remington. For fishing, R&R Sports has it all, including live bait, minnows, and crawlers. Their bait is guaranteed to catch fish or die trying. Online at rnrsportsinc.com. When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities.
ESPN 93.5 is the Quad Cities sports leader and home of your local sports show, Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 93.5 Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 93.5 app or going to ESPN935.com. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
In business, is it better to build your way to growth or buy your way? First Midwest Bank has ideas. It's a critical decision and different for every company. A First Midwest commercial banker can help you weigh your options. Because at First Midwest, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. M&A momentum, strategic momentum, business momentum. First Midwest Bank.
You won't use Zelle to repay me for the Renaissance Fair tickets because it's not historically accurate? Wench, please. Split better. Request money with Zelle. Look for Zelle in your banking app.
Must have a bank account in the U.S. to use Zelle. Zelle is an early warning services trademark.
Volunteer for the psych department experiment, they said. Easy money, they said. Maybe they should have said, use Zelle to ask mom for the money, but next time.
Back to school better. Send money to your college kid with Zelle. Look for Zelle in your banking app.
Terms and conditions apply.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Every Sunday, and sometimes Monday, and even on Thursday, remember your home of the Chicago Bears. The Quad City sports leader is ESPN 1170 AM.
We are back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And this is Don't Hassle Us or Local on ESPN AM 1170.
All right, so every Friday, much like how we start the week with the guest lines, now we have actual lines to look at. We do an NCAA Pick 6. We do an NFL Pick 6. And 6 games that we look at. We look at the spread, we pick them, and then we see how we do. And you guys can play along out there. Leave comments on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. Guess with us. We like to do teams that are kind of like in the Big Ten or when it comes to the NCAA. We usually do teams that are geographically close to Iowa or teams that are in the Big Ten or kind of marquee games. We usually have a rhyme or reason behind it. Usually, sometimes. Right? Right, T-Ray?
Yep.
All right. The first one we're going to look at for the NCAA Pick 6 is we're going to do Army at Michigan. It's Michigan minus 22.5. Last week, if you remember, I was big on Army. Thought for sure that they would blow out the spread, and I said that I thought they were going to open up their offense, but I was wrong. It's still a run-first offense, very much so. And last year rushed over 300 yards a game and only second behind Georgia Tech. But this is at the Big House. This is the one that Stocking said Army should give Michigan trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He said this might be their Army's only blemish on their season, and Army could squeeze their way into the playoff picture. So, Army at Michigan minus 22.5 at the Big House. What are you thinking, T-Ray?
I'm taking Army plus 22.5, baby.
Army plus 22.5.
Isn't this where our buddy is?
This is Coach Drinkle. That's
Yep.
right. Former Bettendorf Prep. He was a GA here. He went to Iowa, but he's GA here at St. Ambrose and Western, and he's been all over. So, former Kansas Wesleyan coach. Yes. Army plus 22.5. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to take the homer pick. I'm going to take Army plus the 22.5.
I think Michigan still wins a ball game, but that's a lot of points, and we'll see what happens.
I think Michigan wins a ball game as well. All right, this is an interesting one. Former Big 12 foes.
Mm-hmm.
Now one is in the Pac-12.
Neighbors, if you will.
Now one is in the Pac-12. One is in the Big 10.
Uh-huh.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
At Colorado.
Yeah.
-4. Nebraska is -4. Sorry. On the road. Home dogs, Colorado.
I will take the home dog, and I also pick them to win.
You have Colorado to win outright.
Yes, sir.
You know, the couple takeaways that we took last week were the two teams that a lot of people that you read about said were going to be really good. And I think you and I both feel the same way, that Nebraska, 1, might be overrated, and Iowa State might be overrated. I'm going to take the home dog as well. I'm going to take Colorado. I don't know about the outright win, but, we will definitely see. It's going to be a fun one to watch. This is a big one. If you're a Nebraska fan, you totally have your eye on this one because you're going to figure out what kind of team you're putting all your chips in for.
Well, if you're favored, you're on the road. Better be good, baby.
All right, big game here. Texas A&M at Clemson. It used to be back in the day Clemson couldn't win the big one. Now they've got a couple national titles under their belt, 2 out of the last 3. There were times on there that Clemson Carl was writing out that maybe Trevor Lawrence, they should look at their backup because their backup was so good against Georgia Tech that maybe they should be looking at if Trevor Lawrence stumbles that their backup should take over. And people lost their mind.
Well, yeah, it's a dumb take.
It's not because Trevor Lawrence took out the returning quarterback for Clemson before.
Yeah, I'm just whatever.
We get so upset.
I hate Carl. He's such an
You
idiot.
do not hate him.
I do. He's an idiot. He's on my list of ding-dongs. I like to slap
Texas
in the face.
A&M at Clemson. Clemson is minus 16.5 at home.
I'll still take his crappy team, minus 16.5, because I don't think A&M can get it done on the road.
Last week, again, if you remember, I said Georgia Tech was going to open up their offense as well as I thought Army, and I didn't think Clemson was going to put that much. If it wasn't for a 51-yard field goal, Clemson wouldn't have covered the spread against Georgia Tech. Which I do not fault Clemson for kicking that 51-yard field goal because that's the only field goal they kicked all game. So I think it's something you have to see what you have out of your kicker. And I do like the 16.5. I'm going to give that up. I'll take Clemson. So far, T-Roy, we are agreeing all over the board here. We are paddling in the same boat, and you know what I forgot?
Give me a hell yeah!
Well, I know.
I said, give me a hell yeah!
We're like Pocahontas with all the little animals in our boat.
I don't know that. I do not know that reference.
I gotta watch Pocahontas the other day. Great cartoon.
Okay. So you've got we'll just change something real quick. You've got a little one at home.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the Disney Plus or whatever it's called?
No.
You're not going to get it?
Nah, she keeps acting the way she acts.
Oh.
Or straighten her butt up.
I don't think she knows that there's a Disney Channel coming.
Yeah, she's not going to know.
Why don't you could do that, just dangle the carrot out there and maybe...
No. If I let her know about it, then she'll want it. So
you're trying to tell me you don't want it?
No.
With all those Star Wars series that they're going to have?
All right, well, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't need to know about everything.
She doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't need to know about that app.
It's like the lady that offered her lemonade at the restaurant the other day. She doesn't know what lemonade is.
I bet she knows what it is now.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, so the lady just came out and said, "Hey, can I get you a fresh lemonade?"
Well, she's like, what would you like to drink? Lemonade? Pop? I'm like,
yeah.
Water or milk? Get
Yeah.
away.
We don't.
I like her teeth in her head.
All right. All right. The neighbors to the east of us, Illinois.
Huggy Bear out there. Where you at, Huggy Bear?
Goes on the road to UConn.
They're giving up 21.
They're giving up 21.5.
I don't think that's a lot for Illinois to be giving up on the road. Maybe they still win this game. I think they should win this game, but 21.5 is too much. They probably win by 21. I just think that's way too much to give up on the road. I'm sorry. If the Illinois had been playing really well, and I think like I said, if they're coming off a season where I know that they're really good, maybe I'll take it, but I just can't see it. I'm sorry, not yet. I need to see more out of this team before I give them that.
Yeah. The thing about this, UConn was just a FCS school. Not too long ago.
Yeah, this isn't basketball.
No, I'm not saying that. Yeah. I struggle with this one. On the road does seem like a lot. And we don't really know what type of Illinois team we have.
Not yet. I'm willing to err on the side of caution and take UConn.
This looks... I feel like if you jump on this and take Illinois, because you have the names out there, I feel like you'll be watching this way too late and wondering why they're losing to UConn 17-14 in the fourth quarter. And like you said, Illinois scores a touchdown late, wins like 21-17. So I'll give up the points as well. I'm taking the points. Taking the home dog.
Give me a hell yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Next one, Jay.
I said give me a hell yeah.
Intriguing matchup.
LSU at Texas.
Yes. I don't know what to think. I mean, LSU minus 16.5?
That's crazy. That can't be right, right?
Well, I saw it and I'm like, Texas can't be that bad.
Let me double check that one more time because let's pull it up here. Sorry about that. Where am I at?
But yeah, if this is true, I'm sorry. I'm taking Texas plus 16.5 at home. I don't know what LSU is yet. I could call my guy down there, but all I'm going to hear is, who dat?
I'm struggling to find it here. I apologize, and I feel like it's got to be a typo. Yeah, no. It's not 16.5. No.
What is it?
LSU, LSU minus 6.5.
Oh.
All right, so my apologies to everybody out there. My typo. This opened up at minus 4.5 LSU. It has moved 5.5 to 6.5 and has stayed there at 6.5 right now. The over/under is at 57. Both 1-0 on the year. Texas, some people have in the college football playoffs. We know about Tom Herman there. Coach O at LSU.
I'm going to take LSU.
Getting points at home. Texas. Getting 6.5. You're taking LSU on the road?
Correct.
God, I just feel like every time I touch anything that Tom Herman's on, it goes the other way. But they've got a great quarterback down there in Austin. I'm going to take Texas. I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take the home dog.
All right.
Finally, Rutgers at Iowa.
Yay.
This opened up 22. Moved up to 22.5. It is currently Iowa minus 19.5. Remember last week we had Cody Hills on, the writer down in Florida, who does the Iowa Sim, hashtag Iowa Sim 19 every year, every week. What he does is he'll take the EA Sports 2014, but he's updated the rosters ever since then. He even goes to 2 deeps, and he'll even throw in weather. He does a simulation. Sometimes he does it Wednesday. He does it on Thursday. He did it last night. He did do the simulation.
And the verdict is?
The verdict is Iowa beats Rutgers 34-14.
Ooh, look at Violin Lady almost on top of it.
Yep. Stanley throws for 265 yards. Sargent has a big day, and yesterday you predicted 200, right?
Mm-hmm.
The defense, remember what else Lisa said?
10 points.
Yeah, but she said the defense was going to have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
2 turnovers.
Okay.
So that's the hashtag Iowa Sim 19. You can follow that at by Cody Hills. And, big shout out to his sponsors there at Stuff and Things Pod at Kinnick Tower. I can probably try to look up, see how many yards Sargent has in here. But before, they only win by 20. And remember what Rosso said yesterday. Big Ten home openers, they've only scored more than 20 points. Twice.
But what I tried to say to Rosso is this Rutgers team is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the team they played last week is better than this Rutgers team.
Okay.
That being said, I think Iowa easily covers this, Jay. And I like what the Sim's telling me. So, Sim was right last week, too.
Yes, it was. So basically you're saying follow the Sim, jump on the 19.5. Remind me what Lisa had for her score?
34-10.
34-10. So, yes, they covered there. At 22, I didn't like this bet. At 19.5, I do.
All right. So I'll put down Jay. Well, we only differed on one, LSU and Texas.
But I've been called a homer before. I'm already done.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Okay. When we come back, we're going to do our NFL Pick 6. But we have to take a break real quick. When we do the Pick 6, it's kind of the same. What we do is we look more geographic teams or marquee matchups. Usually we do the Monday Night Football game. But I figured since there's 2, T-Roy, we'll do a very special Pick 2 We'll do a very special 2-point conversion pick next Monday when we're on the air.
All right.
So I left off the Monday night game, but of course the Sunday night game is on there. So, and then we've got a couple divisional games that we need to look at. So when we come back from break, we're going to look at our NFL Pick 6.
Oscar's Pub is proud to bring you Beer Fest Saturday, October 12th, an all-day event to celebrate beer and fun. They'll have beer pong, flippy cup contest, a Vans bread nugget eating competition, and that night they top it off with live music starting at 4:30 with a band from the Quad Cities called The Bettermen, and then at 7:30 out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, performing for the first time in the Quad Cities, Pat McCurdy, bringing the most high-energy act in the country and playing the standout hit Sexton Beer. Tickets for the event are on sale now through the Oscar's Pub Facebook, or they're going to be $10 day of at the door. That's Beer Fest, Saturday, October 12th, Oscar's Pub, featuring Pat McCurdy.
This is Tom Kakert from HawkeyeReport.com, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey hunters, time to get ready for fall hunting season. Get your hunting gear, arrows, and bow tuned up at R&R Sports in Bettendorf. Try out a new bow or crossbow on their new indoor range before you buy it. Bows from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and PSE are in stock. Crossbows from Raven and PSE. Maybe it's new guns and ammunition you want. Shop guns from Benelli, Stoger, Franchi, Springfield, Ruger, and Remington. For fishing, R&R Sports has it all, including live bait, minnows, and crawlers. Their bait is guaranteed to catch fish or die trying. Online at rnrsportsinc.com. When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities. In business, is it better to build your way to growth or buy your way? First Midwest Bank has ideas. It's a critical decision and different for every company. A First Midwest commercial banker can help you weigh your options, because at First Midwest, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. M&A momentum, strategic momentum, business momentum. First Midwest Bank.
You won't use Zelle to repay me for the Renaissance Fair tickets because it's not historically accurate? Wench, please. Split better. Request money with Zelle. Look for Zelle in your banking app.
Must have a bank account in the U.S. Zelle. Zelle is an early warning services trademark.
Volunteer for the psych department experiment, they said. Easy money, they said. Maybe they should have said, use Zelle to ask mom for the money, but next time.
Back to school better. Send money to your college kid with Zelle. Look for Zelle in your banking app.
Terms and conditions apply.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Hey everybody, we are back. It's a beautiful Friday here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish.
Hey, T-Roy.
Hey, Jaybird.
It's got a text from the GM Jacqueline.
Jacqueline?
Yep, of the River Bandits.
What'd she say?
Well, first off, she's the saleswoman. She's the GM of the year.
Well, yeah, duh.
She says, hey, suites tonight are only $100.
Back Jack.
How many should I put you down for? I say, I can't tonight. I really want to. I can't. Don't get me wrong, before she even said anything, I really did flirt with going down. Because it is a must-win game tonight. But I'm not going down to the River Bandits tonight. I can't. I have other things going on that I have to take care of before I leave town tomorrow to cover the Iowa game against the Rutgers.
If I did not have proper planning, I would be there.
But she also let me know in this must-win game
Yeah.
that it's free admission tonight. So you can go to general admission, get in for free, which is awesome. Or if you want to get with some friends and enjoy the sweets, you can do that for $100. This is fantastic. We got to pack it in there. I know I sound awful by saying we, and I can't make it, but I can't. I mean,
It's all right.
seriously can't. Look at what we did like our weekend.
We're going to compel our fellow Quad Cityans, Jay. That's what we're here for.
Look what we did over the weekend, though. All right, I mean, sooner or later, your body has to tell you, especially at my age, 43, you got to take a break.
Yeah, you're so old.
All right, just in the past week alone. Saturday, did both the Iowa games.
Yes,
Sunday, we went out on the patio and saw Bobby Ray Bunch, and we did WHBF. We did WHBF TV, right?
Yeah.
Monday, 2 drafts.
Yeah.
2 drafts.
Yeah.
Then you go back into your work routine. So Tuesday, you do whatever you're doing all day long, and I had to do practice for the kids.
I had Bagsley with the best
You had
bags
Bagsley.
player in America.
Wednesday,
Joe Williams.
same thing. Then Ben had Beef had a flag football game, which, by the way, the over under on how many flags pulled would have hit. He pulled 2. Proud of the little
2
booger.
tackles?
2 tackles.
There you
The
go.
prop bet. The one week when you tell me to stop prop betting my kid.
Well, that's all we needed.
Now it's a talk on the sidelines, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
What's the prop bet? And I'm like, T-Ray told me to stop making bets about my kid.
Yeah.
2 tackles.
You're going to give him a...
Then we played a doubleheader softball. I only played 1 out of the 2 games. And then yesterday, and then I coached
heard you
a
guys
doubleheader.
won.
Yeah, we did. I coached a doubleheader.
By the way, did you should have seen Erickson last night?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was doing a little truffle shuffle with his Packer victory.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Yeah, it was a little...
But if you don't have plans tonight, make sure you get down to Modern Woodman Park. Stop by Front Street Brewery. Modern Woodman Park, free admission. You got to go in there. Last night, I did get a catch, like I said, the 4th quarter of the game. Stopped by the patio. Our friends at Mobile Party Experience pulled up their truck right there. The entire thing, Tim O'Neill. The thing is gorgeous.
It is.
It is. What he described on the air on Tuesday is not even close to what that thing is.
I'm going to tell you what, that crapper.
Yes.
Oh, you could have ate in there. I wanted to go in there and have a sandwich.
There's a lot of room in there.
Yeah. Elbow room and everything.
2 TVs. How cool is that to see that satellite spin around to find a
that was pretty
single?
cool. Yeah.
So you might think like, I don't know if the signal's going to work. No, it finds it. They got a hookup if you want to take your Xbox or your PlayStation. You can do that. They've got a charging station. Obviously you can have tap beer if you want to. That thing is incredible.
Oh,
He thought of everything.
Tap system was there, set, looking good.
So we had the 2 TVs out there. People were sitting on the patio watching the game. I watched the game out there. The rest of it looked nice out there. So congratulations to Tim and Mobile Party Experience. Get a hold of them. Look them up on Facebook or Twitter if you guys want to do that. All right. Now, our NFL Pick 6. We take 6 games from the NFL and look at it. I flirted with doing the all 13, but we'll see. We'll see how confident we are going into this. All right. First things first. Falcons at the Vikings.
Yeah.
I always tell you this, and I'll say it again, and I don't care how many times. I'm usually on the wrong side of the Falcons. I hate betting on or against them. So even putting them on here, I thought this is awful, but the Vikings are in the NFC North. They're close to us, closer than Detroit. So I put this game on here. Falcons at the Vikings. It's Vikings at home, -4.
I think you should expect a lot from the Vikings this year. The Falcons, you don't know. I mean, Julio's been banged up in previous seasons. I think their running back's getting a little long in the tooth there with Dante Freeman, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, I'm just not that high in the Falcons this year. I think I had them at 8-8. I have the Vikings winning this game and covering the spread.
Okay. Couple things here. When it comes down to quarterback, you probably would take Matt Ryan, right?
Yes.
Over Kirk Cousins. But I think Dalvin Cook and this offensive line has improved.
Yep.
Obviously, they used their number 1 draft pick on a new center. I think the Vikings defense is better. I had the Vikings winning the NFC Central. And I feel more confident because yesterday I was wavering so bad about that game, saying this is a stay away. I don't think the Bears are as big winners as everyone else does. When I was driving here today thinking about this game, I said I'm very confident now because I feel good about the way I felt about the other teams in the division. So I am taking the Vikings at -4. I would love this if it can get down to -3.5 because, 21-17, it's not a push.
Right.
I would love 3.5. Of course, love a 3 as well. So I like the Vikings at -4. That being said, worry about that because I'm usually on the wrong side of the Falcons. All right. You know where I'm going with this.
What?
Kansas City Chiefs go to Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs are -3. Jacksonville's at home, obviously. This opened up at 4. It's been moved to 3. You shrug your shoulders.
Chiefs are going to blow their doors out.
The Jacksonville was in the AFC Championship 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Blake Bortles was their quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They put up 500 yards of offense without Leonard Fournette and Blake Bortles as their quarterback last year. Their defense kept Patrick Mahomes out of the end zone. They've got a better quarterback. They got Leonard Fournette back. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the points at +3 Jacksonville.
Right.
And that's my headline on Monday. Saxonville. Sacks Mahomes. Chiefs.
All right. I like the Chiefs. I think...
Saxonville's rolling with Mahomes.
Yeah. It's Mahomes cooking. That's mine.
Mahomes cooking?
Mahomes cooking. I like the Chiefs. I'm sorry. Whatever happened last year, I'm not worried about anything Jacksonville has.
Its defense is better.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Not buying it.
You are not buying it.
No. But hey, prove me wrong on next Monday.
Well, yeah, we get to find out. Chiefs just signed an extension to Tyreek Hill.
Yep. Good for him. Hate that guy.
Well, I do too. That's the thing. Why do we... I mean, it's kind of like in... you know what I'm saying.
Gets rewarded for being a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Either way. All right, move on to the next game. This game's really good.
No.
Whoa. What do you
Move
mean?
the one that I had to pencil in because when I originally wrote the pick 6, I only wrote down 5.
I never gonna have any fun. All right. The Titans of Tennessee at the Browns of Cleveland. Cleveland -5.5. Well, Jay.
Well, you're right. Derrick Henry is the running back for the Titans. Marcus Mariota, we think, is the quarterback.
We know he is. And I know you're drinking
about
all that.
T. Hill?
I know you're drinking that orange Kool-Aid. You and your Brown backer, buddy.
Yep.
You and him have been having side conversations. I know I saw you save his number, but I'm going to tell you right now. The Titans will not win this game, but they will not lose by much. So, I'll take the Titans +5.5.
You're trying to tell me that you think on a neutral field the Browns are only 2.5 points better than the Titans? Think about that.
Maybe 3 points better.
But in a neutral field, you have to give them 3 points, right? It's -5.5.
Yeah.
So on a neutral field, if they were playing at Tuval Stadium...
Why not? Why wouldn't they play there?
Sorry, Brady Street Stadium.
All right, yeah. Everything goes
They're
back to
playing
better.
at Kinnick. You're trying to tell me that the Browns are not better than a field goal team?
I think this is a 1-point ball game, possibly.
I'm giving up the points.
Okay.
I think I rest my case. In a neutral field, we all think Cleveland's better than...
I think the Browns win. I just said I'll take Titans in the points.
But you have to give them 3 at home. You don't
Okay,
have to.
I'm getting 5.5.
Do you know? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but still, the Titans are going to cover the spread.
Let's hold on to the next game. Let's skip ahead to the AFC East division.
Man, never going to do anything I want to. All right, Bills at the Jets.
Bills at the Jets.
Boy,
Jets. This was my.
You guys thought last night's game was boring.
This is Jets -2.5. Opened up at 3. It's been moved. This one I talk about more than I should give it even airtime, to be honest with you, because it is a divisional game. I threw it in here.
The only reason you put this in here is because you drafted Le'Veon Bell.
Twice.
Yeah.
I think this is a loser leaves the playoffs. Any shot at the playoffs, all right?
Well, I think that the Jets have a more talented team. Obviously, Le'Veon Bell, we don't know if he's going to be what he was in Pittsburgh, but we have to assume. Everything we're hearing is he's faster than ever, blah, blah, blah. I do like Robbie Anderson. He did make some really good plays last year. Darnold's second year, I always thought Darnold was one of the better prospects coming out of that draft last year. Quincy Enunwa, they have Herndon as their tight end. I think they just have more talent overall in New York than they do in Buffalo. You know, I do like Buffalo's quarterback though. They have Rosen or no?
No, that's at Josh Allen, but it's
Allen,
it's a tale of two Joshes.
I'll never get either one of those, Rosen or Allen, right.
And you know what? I'll never fault you for it. It really, I mean, it's a tale of two Joshes. They're interchangeable in my eyes. But the only thing you know about Josh Allen is he's the guy that was supposed to come into Kinnick for Wyoming and just smoke him, and it didn't happen. But.
Right, and so I mean, they have Josh Allen. I don't, you know, he was scrappy last year at best. But McCoy's gone. They replaced it with a rookie Singleton, right?
Yeah,
Singleton
that's
true. Or Singletary.
It's Singletary.
Okay, Singletary. I'm not sure what to think about the receiving core. There's just so many questions with the Bills. I'm sorry, I have to go Jets, and I'll give up the points.
Yeah, and I have the Jets getting in a wild card. So. Yeah, that alone. I like the 2.5 here. I wouldn't be shocked either way. In my opinion, though, the loser, like I said, loser loses this, they can just kiss their, especially New York.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they need to. They can't lose a home game. They cannot.
And
lose
these two
a home
coaches
game
know
this
each
year.
other. You know, Adam Gase coached at Miami. They play in the same division, so it's no difference there. So the coaches do know each other, and they kind of know what they're doing. We'll see what Le'Veon Bell. I mean. Well, we saw it the other day with that quote that he had that he's going to go out there and prove everybody wrong, and that he's going to prove the Steelers wrong, and that they shouldn't have let him go, or should have paid him what he wanted to be paid. So nothing more scary than a mad runner, right?
I guess.
But they got to hand on the ball off. All right, I'm going to give up the 2.5. I'm taking the Jets at home. All right, the New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, Eli Manning, and help me out from here. Sterling Shepard.
Bruised thumb.
He's got a bruised thumb.
But he's playing.
So who's he throwing to?
He's throwing to Evan Ingram, maybe?
Okay, yeah.
Real tough to guard him. Oof, I'm so nervous.
It doesn't sound like you're nervous at all.
No, I'm not nervous one damn bit, Jay. Listen, the Giants, if I said the Iowa State Cyclones are hot garbage, the Giants are hot dog crap. And you know what I'd rather smell like, Jay? A YMCA pool than hot dog crap. And the Cowboys are a YMCA pool.
What does a YMCA pool smell like?
I don't know, Jay. It was just a line that I got earlier today, and I loved it. Like bleach. Clean. So fresh and so clean.
Oh, I get you. That thing when you turn the corner and you're like, oh, that's a pool.
Yeah.
It smells good. I like that.
Yeah. That's Dallas. And then hot dog crap. That's the Giants.
Does it have to be a YMCA pool, or is it just one that everyone knows? I mean,
well, it can be the fit. I know I see where your head's going. Okay.
You're picking up when I'm laying down.
Yeah. Just a pool.
I don't like the -7.5. I don't know what's the story on Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, how many touches
he's been working out in Cabo, man.
How many touches?
You know how hot it is in Cabo? He's so used to the heat now. He's just getting in. He's fine. He knows his offense. His quarterback is golden. He's got a great receiver. The tight end's back. The glue. Witten's there. The old man. He's the Rossi of this year's Dallas Cowboys squad. They're going to win a Super Bowl for my boy Witten. Get it all done. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Dallas blows the doors off this team. This is probably going to be 34-0.
Okay. First off, I want to say that even if Ezekiel Elliott is on some type of limit, which I don't think he is.
No.
Pollard's great.
Yes. They got a two-headed monster. I mean, they can put Pollard in the slot. He has so many things to do. Gallup, second year in this offense, he's been looking great. Everything I hear, they got. Oh, by the way, veteran and Randall Cobb. Receiving core is deep, baby. Everything you need is in place in Dallas. The defense, arguably one of the best linebacking cores in the league, right up there with the Bears. I'll take Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch all day long, baby. DeMarcus Lawrence, premier pass rusher in the NFL. It's there, man.
Okay.
It is there. It is there in Dallas. Secondary's improved. There's not a weakness. There is not a weakness.
Only New England quarterback Tom Brady has more regular season wins than Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott since the 2016 NFL year.
See? Now
It's pretty impressive.
All he has to do now is
35 wins to 32 wins.
Yeah. All he has to do now is turn those into playoff wins. And it's here, baby.
Dak Prescott's going to get paid.
Oh, he'll get paid.
And deservedly so. I mean, it's one of those. Dak's got the sneakiest stats. I mean, we went here when that whole thing came out, and we said no about the $30 million. No, I can't believe we turned it down. And like I said, I had to go back and look at the stats and everything, and then go, wait a minute, I regress. I take it all back. And the more we keep looking at his numbers and what he does, and the quarterbacks get paid. The quarterbacks get paid. Look, he'll get paid more than Zeke.
Possibly.
No, he will.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's a quarterback-driven league.
Yeah.
You've got to.
It's going to be great. I'm excited about this team, man. I can't be any more excited about this team.
Don't like 7.5, but I don't like the Giants getting 7.5. So
Eli's going to just
I got to pick
destroyed.
one.
There you go.
Cowboys.
Talk to you into it.
Then your Sunday night game of the week: Steelers at Patriots.
This was a tough one for me,
It
Jay.
is a tough one.
I really wanted to take the Steelers plus the points. As a matter of fact, I'm changing it. I'm taking the Steelers plus the points. I'm not sure if they win this game, but I think it'll be in a close game. I think it'll be a close game. The Patriots probably sneak it out in Patriot fashion, where Brady leads them down for a last-second field goal and to break Vasco's little heart. Poor little guy. But I think the Steelers team is going to be much improved, everyone. I'm sorry. Without all the distractions of, you had the beginning of the year last year with all the distractions of Le'Veon Bell, and then as the season went on, Antonio, I can't put my hat on straight Brown. I mean, listen, we always, just like Rosso said yesterday, everybody was bashing Mike Tomlin. I mean, that dude's a magician for holding that clubhouse together. No, I like Mike Tomlin. I think he's one hell of a head coach. I wish he was my head coach. Big Ben, whatever, say what you want about him. He's got it done in the Super Bowl twice. I like this team. And I said, they'll cover the spread. I don't think they win. It's still Tom Brady.
I don't know what it is, but I like this Patriots defense a lot more than I probably ever have of any Patriots defense. And I wish I could tell you right now the names and everything else. But they're slowly building the Patriot way, which I know is annoying to say, but Sony Michel.
We do it the law way.
Yeah. Sony Michel at running back, James White. I mean, it really doesn't matter for them. But no Gronk this year.
That is my concern. He's been Brady's little handcuff. But, Edelman's back. We'll see what happens with Josh Gordon. And, like I said, the Patriots always just seem to find some...
But so do the Steelers.
I know.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
That's what I'm saying.
James Washington.
Yeah, exactly.
Moncrief. James Conner. Like, the names that just... They don't come out of the draft where you're just... They explode out of the draft, the name.
Right. They just find guys to get it done. So...
Steelers have to play with a chip on their shoulder, too.
I agree.
2 guys didn't want to play football for them.
Yeah. Which is dumb.
And Big Ben. This is a tough one. And you're taking the Steelers?
Take the Steelers plus the points.
I'm going to give up the points just to go the contrarian way. But this is a classic stay away for me. I don't. Yeah, either way, Sunday night I won't be doing anything dumb.
All right, what are you taking though?
I'm going to take the Patriots. I'll give up the points at home.
All right. Well, we wavered on 3.
Oh, that's fun. Because I got the Jags.
You got the
I got
Jags,
the Browns.
the Browns, and the Patriots.
That's right.
No, we'll see what happens, man. I can't wait for Monday to hit. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, especially, and we gotta like that doubleheader a lot too.
Should we read an ad and come back?
You know what? We can. Well, no, a couple things. We'll read an ad and then we'll be done. A couple things. What are your plans for the weekend? What do you got going on?
Well, golfing in the Vans tournament this Saturday morning. A little 9-hole tournament at Hidden Hills, and golfing with the wife, and Mr. Weindruck is going to join us as well. And Sunday,
It's a 9-hole tournament?
Yeah, a little 9-hole. Yeah. I don't know why. Just maybe get in and get out.
It's interesting.
Get in, get out, get back and about, ho.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way of doing it.
Sunday, watching football, I think. At least watching the Dallas game. I think that's a noon game, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think she'll let me get away with watching that. And then go home and just cook for my lovely wife and my little child.
That's nice of you.
That's what I do, Jay. I just create smiles.
You just created a smile right now on my face. Tomorrow, I'm just going to try to not step on anyone's toes as I go up to the Iowa-Rutgers game. Figure out what I'm doing there.
Dude, I want you to disrupt that entire place.
Just go out there. Just
dude, when
the
you
biggest band, the biggest
dude,
Homer
when you walk in that press room, I want you to ollie it. Champ is here. The champ of the radio is here. I want you to do it. I want you to announce and show your presence with authority and let everybody know that QC Hassel rules the air.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any of that.
I'm going to do it. When they give me that press pass, I'm walking in there, and I'm going to push somebody out of my way and take the best seat.
I'm just going to try to find K-Kurt and not do anything dumb.
No,
and
just do it.
Enjoy the game, and then...
we'll just tell everybody you were Surge.
Yeah.
See?
And then...
He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, I don't have anything. This is like my last weekend after that I don't have to coach softball or...
Well, I know we got 1 week away from Harrington's halfway to St. Patrick's Day 5K. Sign-ups are going well. Everyone out there that has helped us out, whether it's been Minuteman Press, the people down at Champs Trophies and that, all of you that donated out there, I can't even begin to list everybody, but it's overwhelming right now, Jay. Joel Gott Wines, Menage a Trois Wines, Mel Foster, PFG, all the stuff that they've done for helping out. And I know I'm forgetting a bunch of you, so just bear with me. I'll thank you all on air.
You can still sign up, right?
Yeah, you can still sign up online. You go to getmeregistered.com/halfway St. Pat's Day, or in person at Harrington's Pub. Remember, 100% of the proceeds are going to the Michael J. Fox Foundation, and all of that goes to research. None of it goes to anything else. It's going to be great. It's the 14th of September. It's 9 a.m. You can walk, you can run, you can bike. Get registered now. Get in. We've got awesome new design on the shirts for those of you that have done it in the past. It's going to be Bobby Mack, my main man. That's the guy I forgot. Yeah. Bobby Mack, the master of disaster himself, is going to be DJing and helping me MC this thing. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
I want to point out something that Brad Hand pointed out on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, that the Cowboys-Giants game is a 325 game. And how dare, in my own eye, this is what I'm saying, how dare we expect them to put God's team on that early, because the people on the West Coast, all the Cowboy fans, they're not going to watch it that early. At 10 o'clock. So of course, how dare they put the Cowboys on that early?
Yeah,
and
you remember the old Texas Stadium, the hole in the
people
roof?
have to go to church and everything else.
No, but that's so God could watch His team.
Yeah, I know why they did that.
Everybody knows. I can't help it.
So yeah,
thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, want to remind everybody about it's temperature changing. And you need to start looking at insulating your home, looking at siding, and looking at that roof as well. And we are going to have a pretty brutal winter, according to the Farmer's Almanac.
I ain't buying it.
And so if you want a free quote...
Did the Almanac say that last year, by the way?
It did, actually, yes.
It did?
Yes, it did.
All right, shoot.
If you want a free estimate from Dave's Roofing and Siding, contact Ron Foster, 563-650-2837.
The Hall of Famer, Hoff?
The Hoff. I'm very pleased that he got his first referral from us today,
did?
actually, yeah.
Well, there you go.
From the radio show.
Thanks, listeners out there in Quad City land.
That's right.
Quad City Lane.
Quad City Lane.
Quad City Lane.
Get out there. Take a look at it. The thing is if you start looking at your roof and you look around, not keeping up with the Joneses, but look at the neighborhood, you can see where the wear and tear from your roof is compared to your neighbors, and it's really important to take care of. Same thing with siding. You want to get the insulation for a winter like that, and the curbside appeal, and who knows what happens in 2020. Maybe you say, you know what, honey, it's time to move.
It's election year.
Yeah. It's time to move.
Maybe all these Hollywood types finally move to Canada and we get rid of them.
Get it taken care of now. Get a free estimate. Call Ron at 563-650-2837. This day is Roofing and Siding. All right. It's going to be another big weekend.
And don't forget to get your pets spayed and neutered.
All that fun stuff. And it's week 1, and we get to come back and look at it and say, like, dear Lord, how
I
right
woke up
we were.
today with a translucent glow, Jay.
Saxonville stuns the Chiefs.
Well, Cowboys are going to roll. Can't wait. It's going to be a great weekend. I just went from 6 to midnight.
Oh, dear Lord.
And I'm excited, Jay.
Good luck to all the local high school athletes out there this weekend, including those in cross country. Koss is going to be out there at the Pleasant Valley at Crow Creek Park, and all the teams playing volleyball, and all the high school football athletes as well. You all have a hassle-free weekend. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities.
Go Hawks.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KPOB, Davenport.
With the roster they could provide around him. We asked a couple of weeks ago, what would the market be like for Dak Prescott if he hit open free agency? Well, the market just got better.
The Will Kane Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
I'm one of the top 10 people on this planet that people recognize. Should be happy, right?
Dennis was painfully shy.
He was so quiet. It's like he didn't think that he had a voice.
It became more about performance art than performance.
He was not ready for this cruel world.
What if I told you Dennis Rodman has more to bear? 30 for 30 presents Rodman for Better or Worse, Tuesday at 9 p.m. on ESPN and streaming live on the ESPN app.
The Low Post Podcast with Zach Lowe.
The great Bill Simmons. The Lakers team is a really strange team. I think it's one of the weirdest rosters we've had in a long time. It looks like my 11-year-old just picked players on 2K and threw them on a roster together. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
It can work because LeBron is otherworldly and Davis is otherworldly. It's just, to your point, it's a strange team.
Subscribe or listen to the Low Post Podcast in the Listen tab of the ESPN app.
The Yankees-Red Sox rivalry, like an original piece of art, is one of a kind. Each season, each piece reaches a breaking point. Every outcome, every cut vital. Pressure at the brink. All for a spot atop the throne on Sunday Night Baseball. Yankees-Red Sox at 8 Eastern on ESPN. Telecast presented by Taco Bell.
Hey, college sports fans, a show with the most comprehensive look at everything from the ACC is finally here.
Clemson will win its third national championship.
Hey, college sports fans, it's Wes Durham, and along with Mark Packer, we welcome you to join us for Packer and Durham.
Talking about everything from the world of the ACC.
Packer and Durham, from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Find it on the new ACC network, SiriusXM Channel 371, and streaming on the ESPN app.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown with breaking news. Raiders coach John Gruden says the plan is for wideout Antonio Brown to play in the season opener Monday night against the Broncos. ESPN's Josina Anderson reports Brown gave an emotional apology to his teammates today, with the captain standing next to him. Brown initiated a confrontation with GM Mike Mayock at practice on Wednesday. Chiefs wideout Tyreek Hill will get a 3-year contract extension worth $54 million with $35 million guaranteed. So what can we learn early in the season when so many players were protected in the preseason? ESPN's Steve Young.
Coaches are just not going to put people at risk. And so the first month of the season in September is preseason football. In the end is a glorified choreography. It's a dance step, especially offensively.
The college football weekend kicks off tonight on ESPN2 at 8 Eastern. 24th ranked Boise State hosting Marshall. And it's men's semifinal day at the U.S. Open in New York. Daniil Medvedev against Grigor Dimitrov. Rafa Nadal against Matteo Berrettini. 4 Eastern on ESPN.
Brought to you by Little Caesars, where you can get a large extra most bestest stuffed crust pepperoni pizza for only $9. And only at Little Caesars, plus tax where applicable. Available at participating locations.
This is the Will Cain Show on ESPN Radio.
And on the ESPN app.
Place your bets. Set your fantasy lineup. Oh, and watch fantasy football now on Sundays, 10 to 1 Eastern, leading up to kickoff. Antonio Brown is going to play, and isn't it funny? The more things change, the more they remain the same. It's the Will Cain Show on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, SiriusXM Channel 80, and on ESPN News. Presented by Progressive Insurance, and all guests, like you, are on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. That's 888-729-3776. We got a big show for you today. It's a big weekend in college football, and I push back on the mob of college football analysts who tell me Texas has no chance against LSU. And plus, should the Carolina Panthers consider trading away Cam Newton? The answer and the reason might surprise you. But that's coming up a little bit later in the show. It's time for Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. I've got 2 pieces of news for you and 1 piece of breaking news. First, your news items. Number 1, Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill has signed a 3-year extension with that organization. Tyreek Hill signed a 3-year, $54 million deal with $35 million guaranteed. News item number 2, Antonio Brown will play on Monday night for the Oakland Raiders. This, according to head coach John Gruden. Listen.
Antonio's back today. We're really excited about that. Ready to move on. He's had a lot of, obviously, time to think about things, and we're happy to have him back. And I know Raider Nation is excited about that, too. All right?
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Monday night? That's the plan. That's the plan. Yes.
That's the plan. That's the plan for Antonio Brown to play, to avoid suspension. This after news yesterday that he was involved in an altercation with GM Mike Mayock. As details have leaked out over the last 24 hours, it appears this is what went down. Antonio Brown approached Mike Mayock on the practice field, initiated the antagonistic interaction, called Mike Mayock a cracker, and according to ESPN's NFL insider Josina Anderson, hit him with a barrage of cuss words. He was pulled away by Vontaze Burfict. Now, today,
The latest reports are that Antonio Brown stood in front of the entire team with captains and team leaders and apologized. Isn't it funny what $30 million on the table, $30 million to lose, will make you apologize for? Yesterday, we had callers. We even had some people involved in the show, like Pat, who's riding shotgun while Nuno calls the shots and Bubba's on the board, who were handing out passes left and right to Antonio Brown, asking why couldn't Mike Mayock have pulled that meeting into private quarters? Why couldn't he pull them upstairs? Why did Mike Mayock have to do it this way? Did Mike Mayock approach Antonio Brown? But as is always the case, facts get in the way of handing out passes, no? The facts suggest it was Antonio Brown who was antagonistic, and it was Antonio Brown who initiated it. It was Antonio Brown who called Mike Mayock a cracker. It was Antonio Brown who hit him with a barrage of cuss words, and it's Antonio Brown who will not be suspended for Game 1. And those two news items bring me to the breaking news item of the day, which is Tigers don't change their stripes. You can hope, you can wish, and you can expect even that the Antonio Brown in Pittsburgh will not be the Antonio Brown you get in Oakland. You can hope and wish and maybe even expect that $30 million will make somebody walk the straight and narrow. You can hope and wish and maybe expect that Tyreek Hill will no longer get in trouble, despite the fact that he did both in college and then allegedly once again in the pros. You can cross your fingers, close your eyes, sing la 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 with your ears closed. But reality has a way of coming back to bite you. Tigers don't change their stripes. ESPN NFL analyst Ryan Clark and former Pittsburgh Steeler was on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt some 6 months ago, warning us all about Antonio Brown. And I think it's worth revisiting things that were said when they ultimately come true. Here's Ryan Clark from, 6 months ago.
Quick story. Antonio Brown is walking past the weight room in training camp. And right now we hear that Mike Wallace has turned down his deal. Antonio's going into his third year. You hear that Mike Wallace has turned down his deal. And I knew already that they were going to offer Antonio. And he's walking past, and I turn to the strength coach, and I say, when you give him money, you're going to create a monster. That day in practice, Antonio and I almost get into a fight because he's saying things to Coach LeBeau. He's screaming at Coach LeBeau, screaming at us defensively, don't touch me, I'm the franchise, this and that, because he already had that mindset, and now with success, with money, these things come. And you hear more about him, some things that we don't need to bring up now, but when it comes to just being a good teammate, when it comes to just being supportive, to understanding that you're trying to achieve one goal, that doesn't matter to him.
You give him money, you'll create a monster. You know, it's funny, over the last couple of days, I've heard commentary. I've even had a few private conversations with people asking questions like, is there something wrong with Antonio Brown? Like, does he not want to play football? On social media, you can see people recklessly, and I emphasize recklessly speculating about whether or not CTE is playing a role in this. And just as a taste, I'm not coming down too hard on him, but I've heard, for example, Max Kellerman on First Take wonder about this. Like, his behavior is inexplicable. Therefore, something must be wrong with him. This is kind of what Max was talking about.
You don't have to suspend him. You have to let him go. You got to try get that $30 million back. I hate to say it, but I think there's something wrong with Antonio Brown. I think he may need help. His agent is having to answer questions about his sanity, about his mental health. The Raiders have to let him go. First of all, there's the money. He's showing that he won't take yes for an answer. AB, you got everything you want. You got the team. You're the big star. You got you got out of your old deal. You got $30 million guaranteed. You won't take yes for an answer. And at this point, he has my sympathy again because I think there's something wrong here.
He is not suffering from some ill effects of CTE. I don't know that we can even, or should be even, questioning his sanity. I don't know that there is something wrong with Antonio Brown beyond exactly what Ryan Clark was telling us. Antonio Brown is an entitled, self-important me guy who got $30 million guaranteed put into his pocket. What happens when you get a self-important, entitled me guy with $30 million in his pocket is you get a monster, just like Ryan Clark told you. He's impulsive, he's emotional, and he's out for himself. This isn't a mystery. This is exactly what we should have expected, and it will happen again. This isn't the end of the Antonio Brown soap opera. You're only in the middle of it. Tigers don't change their stripes. Antonio Brown will give you more of this. And that's Straight Talk. Brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Everything for less, only at Walmart. But can you win with guys like that? Can you win with divas? Can you win with big, productive receivers, but big problems off the field? NFL history suggests the answer might be yes. But is Antonio Brown like one of the biggest divas ever? We should go into it. Like, who does he compare to? T.O., Dez, Odell? Like, where is Antonio Brown in the spectrum of wide receiver divas? Plus, we had NFL football last night. Packers and Bears, one game and 3 lessons from the game last night. I'll lay it out for you coming up straight ahead on the Will Cain Show on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. With the Spark Cash Card from Capital One.